Tennessee Titans fans, the second day of open OTAs was yesterday, and boy, were there some headlines coming out of this. The reporters and all of the people that cover the team were there, and they got to see firsthand where the team was at on June 3rd, now June 4th, 2025, a couple of months until the preseason, and of course, all eyes are on Cam Ward. First of all, I think that Cam Ward, from what I'm reading, appears to be taking the most reps of any quarterback right now. Yes, Will Levis gets his reps, Brandon Allen, Tim Boyle, everybody gets their reps, but it really, from the reports I'm reading, looks like Cam Ward is like every other one, which I don't know how all of that shakes out, but from the looks of it, from just reading the reports, it does look like Cam Ward is getting the most work of any of the quarterbacks, which is the way it should be. And that's, kind of everybody, including myself, we made a big deal out of the, we're going to give everybody an opportunity and it's going to be open competition. In reality, they know Cam Ward needs to be the guy, and so they appear to be really pushing him to the forefront. And it would sound as though Cam Ward got off to a little bit of a rocky start yesterday. And before you get upset about that and before you freak out about that, he's a rookie. It's OTAs. We're not even that good into the summer yet. And this was his toughest day yet. I mean, this was a more advanced than anything he's done, I think, up until this point. And he started off struggling. He started off having some hiccups, missing throws here and there, and making questionable decisions. He's a rookie. That's going to happen. No need to start throwing in the towel. But what is good news about that is that it appears that Cam Ward did recover. As practice went on, as they kept going, he got it together and he started connecting. He started hitting some nice passes. After a rough start, he got it back together. And that's something to really be encouraged about, is the mental toughness of this guy to start off tough in his most challenging practice yet, and then to respond, come back, and finish strong at the end. That shows character, which we already knew he had. And so I like what I'm hearing there. Also, it would appear that he has established quite the connection with Calvin Ridley. Hope so. Calvin Ridley's getting a lot of money, and he is wide receiver one on this team, no doubt about it. Calvin Ridley speaks very highly of Cam Ward, and it appears that those two, as of June 4th, 2025, are absolutely on the same page, and that should be welcome news to everybody in the Titans fandom. Want to talk briefly about Xavier Restrepo, the undrafted rookie. I still can't believe he went undrafted. I can't believe the Titans were able to get him as an undrafted rookie. And I think that this looks like it's going in a good direction with him. I mean, everybody's kind of jumped on board to the Xavier Restrepo bandwagon. Everybody's excited about that, and that's great. But I was worried that, is this going to be like a Mason Kinsey? No offense to Mason Kinsey, but is this going to be like one of those things where it's just the practice squad guy that everybody loves? But no, man, from what I'm seeing of Xavier Restrepo at practice, first of all, he looks a heck of a lot faster than he did at that bad 40 time that everybody talked about. And also, this guy's putting in the work. I mean, they said Cam Ward after practice yesterday was coming over to talk to reporters, and he stopped because Xavier Restrepo was still on the field doing some work. And so Cam went over and started working with him. So Xavier Restrepo, this dude's working. This dude wants to contribute. And because of the familiarity with Cam Ward and the way they're working together and have worked together in the past, I think Xavier Restrepo is a strong candidate to make this roster come September. I think he's a strong candidate. I'm not saying he's going to be one of the top three guys, but I could realistically see a scenario where you get to September and there's more upside to keeping Restrepo instead of Traylon Burks or Bryce Oliver. I think that's a very realistic possibility. And so that's something to monitor as OTAs go on, and then camp and preseason. Xavier Restrepo, already a fan favorite, and he's just continuing to get going. On the offensive side of the ball, I mentioned this on X yesterday. A name that I haven't heard a lot of is Dan Moore, the left tackle that the Titans are paying a lot of money that they picked up in free agency to come in and protect Cam Ward's blind side. Now, in theory, you would say it's a good thing if there's an offensive lineman that you're not hearing a lot about, that means they're coming in, they're doing the work, they're doing their job. It's boring, but they're doing what they're supposed to do. I would also say that maybe in OTAs, there's not as much of a chance to see how the offensive line is coming along to the naked eye. I mean, with quarterbacks and wide receivers, maybe you can get a look at that. Sometimes with offensive line, it can be a little harder to see at this point in the year. But Dan Moore, that's a big deal for the Titans. He's the left tackle. He's the offensive lineman that they paid a lot of money. I've even heard a little bit about Kevin Zeitler and how he's doing, but I haven't heard Callahan or anybody mention Dan Moore, and he's going to be a significant part of this Titans team in 2025. He's going to have to play well because he's already been paid well, and so we'll see how that goes. Offensively, I mean, I'm very excited about Alec Iomanor, which y'all told me is the correct pronunciation of his last name, Iomanor, so I do apologize for all the times that I have pronounced it incorrectly. But I'm very excited about him. We saw a couple of clips of Cam throwing to him, and he looks, I mean, I love his size. I love his speed. And then defensively, T'Vondre Sweat has shown up. Jeffrey Simmons is not totally out of the norm because Jeffrey Simmons, veteran player, he's doing his own thing. But I can see how it could rub some fans a little bit the wrong way just because this is a team right now desperate for leadership. He's one of the veterans. He's one of the best players on the team. He hasn't shown up yet. Reports that he and T'Vondre Sweat have not worked out together this offseason, and a lot of fans were kind of disappointed in that. I don't think it's a reason to believe that the sky is falling, but it is something to be kind of like, oh man, I wish that Sweat and Simmons could have worked out together this offseason, but it doesn't look like they have. A lot of year two guys that I'm looking at, Jarvis Brownlee, T'Vondre Sweat, J.C. Latham, big year for them. They're going to have to step up. I don't know what the situation is with L'Jarius Sneed, but Jarvis Brownlee is going to have to step up either way. Even if Sneed's in there, he's going to have to step up. But if something, God forbid, goes wrong with Sneed, he's especially going to have to step up. Linebacker remains an interesting position with Cody Barton clearly leading the way. I love the leadership he brings. We saw some mic'd up activity with him on the Titans social media yesterday. Cody Barton stepping up. He's a leader. He's one of those vocal guys, and that's what the Titans need. They need somebody with some spunk. Cody Barton appears to have that, and we got to find out who that other linebacker is going to be beside of him. Cedric Gray, Otis Reese, James Williams. These are the candidates, but we'll see if anybody else emerges as the summer goes on. And there's one more thing. Oh, Femi Oladejo. I really hope things work out with him because I love his character. I love his leadership. I love his spunk. But I also love the fact that he's a monster. I mean, this guy, I don't know if you've seen the clips of Femi Oladejo, the Titans' second-round pick this year, walking out onto the field. It's like, good God, if that guy ain't good, I don't know what to tell you because he's got the size, he's got the leadership, he's got it all. So I have become much more excited about him, and I'm excited about this summer for the Tennessee Titans as we continue on with OTAs and then into training camp and then into the preseason. It's a very exciting time. Anytime you got a new guy coming in at quarterback, that kind of sets the tone, and we will see how things go, but some good, some bad so far as expected, and hopefully we will start hearing even more about Ward and the crew here soon. Tighten up, everybody.